let's start with the mess that is the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. Well, I could just stop that with the Cleveland Browns. Defense should be fun. But let's look at this quarterback room and how we got here. Well, previously on. They traded for Kenny Pickett, which I didn't agree with. Should have been trading for Tanner McKee. They signed Joe Flacco. They drafted Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd, and they drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th. We don't know who's starting. We got a nice range of personalities here. Pickett, again, got traded for. Thought they should go McKee. Also think Pickett's just a career backup. Joe Flacco, who's a nihilist playing QB. Any wrestling fans would know he's basically Orange Cassidy playing QB. Those who get it will get it. Truly just a job for him. But he's not mentoring either rookie. And there's 2 rookies in this way. Dillon Gabriel. Thought he was a day 3 guy. They took him around 3. Fun enough player. Don't think there's anything special about him long term. We'll see. Then Shedeur Sanders, who I think needs time and development, even to get to what I think would be more of a distributor role. We now are in a system that has 3 other quarterbacks that this team has invested in. So there's only so many reps that go around, even with 3 quarterbacks. Usually 2 quarterbacks is all you're developing. So 3 is hard. Now you got 4. Okay. So anybody wants their first comment on what they think this Cleveland team is going to be? Who's going to win this job? What is this room going to be? What is expectations for the Cleveland Browns? And then Deshaun Watson's on this team too, by the way. They still haven't, his money is going to be on this roster for until like 2050. But no, Matt, thoughts on the Cleveland Browns quarterback room? Who do you think is going to win?
On your point about quarterback development and reps, they're already given the reporters already given Stefanski hell about like, why is Dillon Gabriel getting reps ahead of Shedeur Sanders? Like, did you miss the draft? Did you miss the number next to the round that these guys went in? Like
3, one has a 5.
Update for the preschoolers: 3 comes before 5. Like, what are we talking about here? I actually think that I feel like if Shedeur Sanders is going to make the team, which I do think is an if, like he was a 5th round pick. You're not guaranteed anything if you're a 5th round pick, but if he's going to make the team, then I feel like only one of Flacco or Pickett is going to make the team. And then because it just doesn't make any sense to carry, like you're going to carry all 4 of these guys again, like one of these rookies is, and it would be Sanders, is just never going to get any reps. So I feel like then they just probably burned that 5th rounder and DTR, but whatever, on trading for Kenny Pickett. Cause I would, if it's Flacco Pickett, even as bad as Flacco looked last year with the Colts, I think I'd probably give him the edge over Kenny Pickett. Also, I can't believe Flacco's still doing this, man. Like, ain't you made enough money? Like, we want to play for the 2020.
Bored.
Must just not want to be at home.
How old are his kids? That's actually really the question.
I don't know. Yeah, that's somebody look that up. We need a research team on what are Flacco's kids and how many sports are they involved in that he doesn't want to go to those games.
Yeah.
I feel like probably what happens here is Flacco starts the season. Eventually, Dillon Gabriel starts, and I'm not sure we see either of Sanders or Pickett, but I know for sure I don't care that much about what happens with this offense.
Oh, they have 4 sons and 1 daughter.
I was just looking this up, and they're all like early teenagers. Oh man, no, I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. That's why, right? He's got look how many kids Ryan Fitzpatrick has, and you understand his career too.
Those kids are coming up to college age. Like bills are going to come due. So a few million from the Cleveland Browns doesn't hurt either.
Hey, it's a great point though. Most teams only carry 2 quarterbacks and have 1 on the practice squad now. That's kind of the standard now. Very rarely. I mean, we had a couple. You see a couple that'll carry 3 on the active roster, but most go 2.5 basically. I mean, the last time I can remember a team having 4 quarterbacks was like the 2000 Patriots because they had Brady. They had Bledsoe, Brady, and like 2 other guys. That's like and I only know that just from randomness of my brain, but that is one I could think of too. But it's 2 of these guys aren't going to be on the active roster. And then we get in some fun discussions there. So, Charles, what are your thoughts on this QB room? Who are you? How are you rating this? How are you power ranking this room?
Oh, God. Well, I'm going to put Joe Flacco first because you just have to give Browns fans something that reminds them of football not feeling like crap. And somehow Joe Flacco is the last thing for them in that regard. Yes. Before, what was it? When they got absolutely decimated by Houston in the playoffs, like 41-17 or something like that. Yeah. But, those those 4 games where he was like quarterback 25, quarterback 26, that's a lot better than quarterback 50, which is what Deshaun Watson was. So, you're moving on up in the world. So I'll put him first. I think I'm going to go second. I'm going to go Dillon Gabriel, I think, just based off draft investment. I mean, that's a top 100 pick. I know he hasn't played. I personally think he's the worst of the 4, but it's just hard for me to see a world where they give up on a top 100 pick year 1. Year 2, definitely possible. I mean, they did just cut Siak Ika, the nose tackle from Baylor, who's a 2nd-round pick after 1 season. So I don't know if Gabriel's stats the 3rd round cements anything, but for the purpose of like ranking this for making the team, I think I'm going to put him second just because they just drafted him top 100. Then you get to Shedeur and Kenny Pickett. I guess these are your 2 5th-rounders, right? I'll go. I think Shedeur is a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett, but I don't know if they cut Kenny after they just tried to acquire him and they gave up another player that they valued clearly in DTR because he got to play some money snaps that I don't think most teams would have given him over the past few years. So I think I'll put Pickett 3A, Sanders 3B, but maybe those are the guys who are fighting for their chances to make the roster. And I think that the roster number is a good point because, like, how many times have over the past years, like, how many times have we poked fun at Russell Wilson coming out in full pads when he's the emergency quarterback and stuff like that? Well, he still needs to be like ready to play, but he's not like actually playing. And I guess that's where Shedeur is going to end up, or Kenny.
Yeah, or the other QB basically.
Right.
The highest QB I can remember getting cut before he even stepped on the field was Tyler Wilson, Arkansas quarterback that the Raiders drafted in 2013, 4th rounder, pick overall 112th. Oh yeah, and I talked to number 112 overall, didn't even make it out of camp. And I remember people talking to people there, and they're like, "Yeah, we knew right away." They're like, we knew we just made a mistake right away. But that's also the Raiders. I know that's a great point with the Pickett thing, and also just personalities involved and egos involved. Now imagine Andrew Berry going like, "Yeah, I traded for Kenny Pickett." Now he has to talk to his mentor Howie Roseman again, and Howie's like, "Want to buy another bag of lemons? I got dozens of them for you. Yeah, you want some more?" Like that's also a thing too. So there's also some of that gritted teeth, like, no, he's fine. He's on our roster. Like, got to remember those things too. So yeah, I think Flacco ends up winning it all because I just think he, even at 40 years old, is the best quarterback in this group. Then maybe we just go on from there. But yeah, I just think there's going to be potentially 2 odd men out, not just one. Because of just roster stuff, but I'll just see how this is Cleveland's problem, and I'm just gonna be curious how they figured it out. Tanner McKee is basically new Kevin Cobb, if you guys remember that name. Let's move on to remember, former Eagles backup. He was always like trade bait every year.
I think the Cardinals did give up a 2nd-round pick for him, so
they did.
That is the thing that happened.
Yep. Yes, they did.